So I just want to tell you a little bit about negotiation, and I'm going to talk about how to negotiate a lower Comcast fee. So we started getting like $80 something. Our speed jumped from $30 to $80 for our internet, and we just have internet. We don't have cable TV or anything. So you have to do this thing where you call them and you basically renegotiate with them. And I googled this. It seems like no one really knows how to do this, and I wanted to explain how to do it. This is just generally how to negotiate. So the first thing I did was looked for a comparable or another thing I could have, right? So I found that AT&T provides internet for so for 3 megabytes per second, which is really low, it's $30 a month. 6 megabytes per second is $35 a month, and 18 megabytes per second is $45 a month. Okay, now I was getting like 120 megabits per second from Comcast, but I don't need 120 megabits per second. I just need basically functioning internet. So from that, if Comcast doesn't give me internet for like $40 a month, then I would go to like AT&T for $45 a month, 18 megabits per second would be okay. So that's called my best alternative to a negotiated agreement. So before I start negotiating with Comcast, I know my BATNA, B-A-T-N-A, best alternative to a negotiated agreement. Now in reality, in negotiation, I'm going to use the $30 thing. I'm going to say, oh, I can get 3 megabits per second for $30. Okay, so I know my best alternative to a negotiated agreement. I know what I would do if for some reason Comcast like disconnects me and says, screw you, you're being nasty, negotiating, whatever. No, I'm not going to do that, but like I know that. So I'm going to go in to Comcast. I'm honestly considering leaving Comcast, right? I'm not bluffing. I could do this because I don't want to pay that. So I go in. So you go in, you call Comcast, you press 43211. And you can follow the prompt, so you can just do 43211. It will take you, that sequence of menu items will take you to the disconnection department or potential disconnection department. You want to talk to someone who knows how to negotiate with you when you're considering leaving. So you get to these people one way or another, and you say, I'm thinking about leaving, and it comes up, well, why, what's the problem? Oh, it's too expensive, it's gone to $80 a month. I just want basic internet, I don't need this. And they prompt you to give them an alternative. So you say $30, AT&T $30 or whatever you've discovered is an alternative. And they say, what's the data rate? You say, oh, 3 megabits per second. They say that's terrible. You say, I know it's terrible, but I don't need a really high data rate, right? I don't need that. That's not what I need. And so they go, okay, we'll see what we can do. And they take you through, give you some options. Oh, we'd want to get more revenue from you, so don't you want this package where you get, you get TV as well? You get basic TV for $70 or $66, $67. Maybe you do, maybe you don't. You could use HBO Go as well. I don't know. I didn't want that. I just want basic internet. So I'm like, no, thank you. I don't want that. And I ended up getting 100. They downgraded 75 megabits per second now. Okay, that's fine. Actually, I'm still getting 120 megabits per second, but that was like $45 a month, which is a little bit more. Okay, it's gone up, inflation, but still, it's better than $80. And I walk away. I have my internet for what seems like a reasonable price, and it took about 5 minutes, 6 minutes. So remember, find out what your best alternative to a negotiated agreement is. Have a really good bargaining position negotiation position which is realistic. Go in really meaning potentially to change service. You're not necessarily changing it, you just want to discuss it. And remember what you want. I just wanted basic internet for a reasonable amount of money, and I got that, and that's how you do it. And when you Google it, you'll see people struggling with it, trying to figure out. I mean, one of the motivations for this video was my wife tried to do this, and she got through to some person who basically said, oh no, there's no other option, you just have to pay $80 a month. So you actually don't have to pay $80 a month if you know how to negotiate. So there you go, that's my video about negotiation. Enjoy.